We're T3, and this is our alternative to the reconstruction on the street between Chartres and Emancipation. I'm Cindy.
I'm Gallup.
I'm Tanya.
Martin.
Okay, so our project consists of the design of cyclist and pedestrian bridge, storm drainage improvements, paving, curbs, sidewalks, and underground utilities as part of the TRZ number 15. Our project is located on East Downtown. It goes across Polk Street from Emancipation to the other side of I-69, near Minute Park, 8th Wonder Brewery, Toyota Center, and the Georgia Brown Convention Center. For our existing conditions, we have an 80-foot of right-of-way, 4 lanes that are classified as a major thoroughfare, 2 of which are used for on-site parking. Our utilities are outdated according to our recent IBM. We have 6-foot sidewalks that are in bad conditions. It is a multi-use land. We have commercial, industrial, and residential. We have a dog park, and it's an upcoming neighborhood that we would like to make prettier to the surrounding areas. Our objectives are to mainly comply with the City of Houston standards, make it more pedestrian-friendly, cyclist-friendly, and have designated bike lane areas, make it safe for them, especially during the night. And our main purpose is to get them safely across I-69 day or night.
So for the proposed roadway and pavement design, we have chose to have 3 12-foot lanes, 1 traveling in each direction with 1 continuous left turn lane. We will be including a 8-foot shared path on the south side of Polk, opposite from the proposed cycle path, and a 7-foot sidewalk adjacent to the cycle path in case of any emergencies for the cyclists and an easy route to exit escape. Of course, all sidewalks will be ADA compliant with truncated domes to all intersection exits, entrances. Our roadway is compliant with the ADA slope requirement, and of course, as our sidewalks. So over here, this is easier to explain. So over here is our plan of our 2 intersections. On top there is Chartres Street, and down here St. Emmanuel. As you can see, these are the bike paths, 1 traveling each direction. That's the lane heading north, and the Atlantic South continuous left turn lane. So the intersections, let's see, down the road and explain this. Okay, so cross sections. So over here you see 3 cross sections. The first cross section is our general cross section of the Polk Street. You have the 12-foot continuous left turn lane, traffic lanes, and bike lanes. Right here. The 2 bike lanes, and the 7-foot sidewalk and the 8-foot sidewalk. Street grade will be 2% throughout road grade with 8-inch line stabilized subgrade. So the reason that you're seeing 3 cross sections is because one of them is for including a metro, one of them is after Emancipation, and one of them is throughout Polk Street. So this one was supposed to be the main one, but this is the one after Emancipation. Oh, okay, well the arrow's missing. So after Emancipation, the bike lanes are going to split up. You're going to have 1 traveling in each direction, but it's going to continue with the flow of traffic. And this is the one with the bus lane. We did run a little tight on the right of way, but we still managed to do it within the 80 feet. And over here you see a 10-foot bus lane to accommodate with the City of Houston. So the cycle path. The whole cycle path is a total of 12 feet. We're going to have 5-foot lanes for the cyclist, including a 6-inch center line to separate the lanes and a 1.5-foot spacing for buffers or so-called armadillos to protect our cyclists from the traffic. We're also going to install the reflective road pavement markers for nighttime safety for the cyclists, the little square things that they install to just see them during the night. Over here, we have 2 pictures. So this intersection will be used at Emancipation and Polk for the easy entrance exit to the bike lane, and also it'll make it easier when the bike lanes split up and they want to separate Also, it will be used on Emancipation and St. Emmanuel to give an easy access to the pedestrian bridge from the bike lane. Over here is a picture of downtown Lamar Street, City of Houston. So ours is going to look similar to this, except ours is going to have arrowheads, pavement markers right here, and just little cyclist guide paintings on there, just looks better.
So for our public and private utilities, I'm not going to go over the existing conditions because it's something that's existing for everyone, but we are going to make changes. Everything, all the changes that we're going to make are in accordance with the IDM and our client's requests. So all the 8-inch pipes will be upgraded to 12, and for the private utilities, and AT&T and CenterPoint, all the wooden poles will be changed up to concrete poles, 60 feet concrete poles, and all the underground utilities will be removed. Will be moved underneath the shared path.
Okay, so for the drainage system, we gave it a whole section just because of our beautiful offline detention. And this is very important. So, of course, overall, we're going to install a new drainage system by upsizing all of the existing pipes. We are going to include an inline and offline detention system. All inlets will be upsized to type C1, and manholes, of course, will be replaced. Okay, so over here, what you're supposed to be looking at is our storm sewer layout. But it's a little blurry, so I can explain it to you guys. So we'll start over here from Emancipation. We're going to upsize this is going to be a 24-inch RCP pipe running down Polk. Our inlet detention will be right here, right before St. Emmanuel. We'll continue running down and connect to a 36-inch RCP pipe, which will then eventually outflow into the existing 42-inch brick storm sewer pipe. We plan on using a junction box to tie in those two. These are the inlets, all of them, manhole 1, 2, 3, 4. So, over here is our offline detention system, which will be placed under the EA Dog Park, located near Bastrop. Our professor really liked this offline detention system, so we had to continue with it for our 60%. Okay, so the offline detention system, as I said, will be constructed under the dog park. It has a detention volume of 152,000 cubic feet. The dimensions of it will be 125 by 230 feet with a 10-foot depth. It will be purchased from Storm Trap. There are these, I guess, detention company that sells them. And we will have two C1 inlets installed on Hutchins Road, extra ones, and they will be draining into the offline detention system. You're asking why they're doing that? Because they worked with our Q-Storm report, and we were able to get the pipe sloped just enough so that the detention system can actually flow to the existing Emancipation 36-inch RCP pipe that's still there. Oh yeah, as I said right here, we'll tie into 36-inch RCP on the Emancipation Avenue. So yes, it will be flowing, I guess, opposite from the other pipes, but it worked out. Over here is how we're going to be installing the offline detention system, thanks to our geotech whiz, Tanya. So we're going to have triaxial geogrids, non-woven geotextile, and of course, filling sands just as a protector. This is where a rain tank model will be.
So for our tree protection plan, we're going to use plastic fences and T-bar posts, and through the EHRA and the TIRZ, their preliminary report on the trees, we're only going to remove 2 trees that did not need to be replaced, and there was also a study that a stump also needed to be removed that was removed. For the landscaping, so around the area, our landscapes will be similar to this. because our client wanted it to look pretty and nice, and so a lot of the downtown area, especially towards Washington, will look similar to this, and we do have a island for cyclists to cross, and right before Emancipation, right before the bike lane ends and splits into two before Emancipation. So the island we're also going to decorate with this.
To add on to what Cindy said, the island being constructed will get passing cyclists or pedestrians across Polk right into the dog park. So they can, oh yeah, by the way, the dog park will be reconstructed. I forget to add that. Of course, we all love our dogs. And here was good. Okay, so this was supposed to be a very bright, beautiful AutoCAD display for our traffic control plan, but we did have a sizing issue. So I'm just going to tell you what's supposed to be going on for our traffic control plan. It's going to be split into two phases. The blue is going to be phase 1, the cross purple is going to be phase 2. We are going to start by closing off half of Polk Street, well not the left 2 lanes of Polk Street, and of course placing safety signs, barrels, detour signs. The detour will be, you will be turning left on Hutchins or any other road, and it will take the Clay Road for our phase 1, or for our phase 2, you can turn right, and it will take you to Dallas Street as a detour. We're going to keep the driveways open for businesses or residentials by placing steel plates if needed.
5 minutes.
Okay, so I'm going to be covering the pedestrian bridge, and first we have to ask why did we need one? Of course, because the client requested it, and because it made sense to have it one based on the development impact that area is going to have. We estimated that the bridge is probably going to take off from right after San Emmanuel, right here where you can see the star of the display, and it will touch ground all over there right by Hutchins. And that's it. Next. Our profile, the bridge is 580 feet long, and the longest span being the middle one with the 210 feet long, as you can see, and the other 2 ones are going to be 185 each. We have 2 ramps on both sides, and we're also recommending prefabricated staircases at both ends. For the cross section is 10 feet wide. It's actually total 12, but we're using one on each side for the railings. So you have a surf path in the middle for pedestrian and bikes of 10 foot, and it's total 24 feet tall, but the truss structure goes up to 21 feet, and it's a concrete deck, as you can see here. So we kind of debated between a truss bridge and a continuous steel suspension beam bridge. We tried both of them, but the beams fell due to high ranges of deflection. So we switched to the truss analysis, to the trusses. Here you can see we did a truss analysis on both ways, because I know Mr. Hogg is in the public, and he always used to say, do not just trust a CAD software to do your structural analysis. So we did it analytically, and we did it with the CAD software, and both results were identical. You can see which members are carrying the most load. You can see the ones at the tension, the ones at compression, and from this we size our members. Next. So for the ramps, we're going to have 2 ramps on both sides. They're about 300 feet long. On one side, we're going to require an easement area of about 20,000 square foot, and the other side, we didn't require it because the space was friendly to place the second ramp. So for the final display, this is kind of what the bridge would look like. If you make an idea that is your Polk Street right there, so you have this ramp right here connecting you to the bridge, and you have the 3 feet railings going up on the ramp, and the staircases will be connected over here, and the same thing on the other side. And that's pretty much it.
So our cost estimation summary came out to be $9 million, and that was approved from a template our teacher provided us for the roadway, and compared to which bridge we compared to?
Rosemont.
Yeah, we compared the bridge portion to Rosemont. So, not too shabby. All right, thank you. That was our presentation. Any questions, please?
Questions?
Any? Yes, sir.
Yes, I wanted to first commend you guys for the presentation. Really good job. I like you guys looking outside the box, considering storm trap, and also the protected intersection. Both of these are not really known in Houston, so that's pretty good. I'm commend you guys for that. My question for you is with regards to the 12-foot lanes that you selected.
Yeah.
Typically, the idea is 11-foot lanes. What made you select 12-foot lanes?
So,
11-foot lanes is the minimum, but people are comfortable with 12. Like, it's comfortable. TechStop is more comfortable with 12-foot lanes.
Okay,
Well, I mean, everyone. I mean, who wants to drive in 11-foot lanes? It's,
thank you.
Especially in Texas.
Yes, Marlene?
I'm just curious with your detention calculations.
Yeah.
Did you check how much was required, and was that offline detention even necessary?
So technically, we could have made it work by upsizing the pipes, but as I said, our professor there did like our offline detention system, so we just continued with it. Think outside the box. Why not?
and also, it's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared.
Yeah, we are over prepared. Harvey, come again. We're ready this
Or Harvey
time.
times 2.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yes, Tootie. How many?
Question about the bridge.
Yes.
When you design the ramp, did you have ADA combined?
Yes,
And what is the slope of the ramp, and when you cut the ramp by there, it's very edgy. As a picture of a person with a wheelchair, how
Go
can
back.
you
Can you go
turn
back?
around and go up to the ramp?
you mean this one?
No, and the connection to the ramp.
Right here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Very, like, just picture how a person in a wheelchair would be able to turn to that corner to go up to the ramp.
Okay. This is first of all, this is a two-dimensional display. The width of this one is the same width as the bridge, so it's 12 inches, 12 feet wide. So on that landing, you do have a full 12 feet going into the board per se, for you to come from this way and then make your turn this at the railing and keep going up. About the ADM, honestly, I wanted to do more about the ramps, but I was fully constrained by the ADA requirements, and it fully meets the ADA requirements because I started all the design parameters from the ADA requirement. The slope, it's 2% across and it's 8% longitudinal-wise. So pretty much it goes, every rise is 2.5 feet going up, and every span is 30 feet. Pretty much you can, and those are kind of the specifications of it, and most of them do meet ADA requirements.
To continue on this, go to the next slide, please.
Yeah.
How far is it from the bottom of that ramp to Chartreuse?
From the bottom to here,
Yeah,
it's 20.
20 feet?
Yeah. The TxDOT requirement is that you bottom of your bridge is 19.5 feet away from the closest ground. So, and I made it 20 just to make the ramp work on continuous increments.
Yes, sir. No, it's you. Yeah.
Two questions. The first one's really fast. You talked about replacing the wood poles with concrete poles. They're expensive. Is your QCAT price included in your cost estimates? $3.5 million for poles, is that part of that, or?
Yes, it's all a part of we calculated for it. I mean, it's what was wanted.
What price do you have? I mean, do you know what's the price that you use? I guess.
I mean, because ours.
Concrete poles are expensive, I'll just say it like that.
Okay.
And so I just want to know if you put like.
Well, the template we used, they're expensive, but they're not like millions.
That's fair. So,
Okay, expensive.
I want to get to the real question. So I like that you opened up with one drinking area per year. That was a good opening statement. You actually showed some nice images of what the streetscape could look like and proposed a nice pedestrian realm. There's a nice way to improve the area. But you mentioned saving 2 trees, or getting rid of 2 trees?
We're getting rid of 2 trees.
You get rid of 2, you're saving the rest. Okay.
Yeah.
So trees are very precious inside the city.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm curious what kind of thought you put into who you might have to coordinate with and what you might have to go through to kind of make all that possible.
So I'm completely aware that the city arborist really doesn't like to talk to anyone, right? So I didn't really go into detail. I just know that these trees do have to get replaced. I mean, they're in poor conditions. They're essentially dying. I mean, pretty trees versus a dying tree. And that dying tree is going to ruin the whole landscape. It has to get removed. So I didn't go into full details, but I just know that they have to go away.
Did you have a tree plan in your project, in your plan?
Yes, we do have a tree layout. I just got my information from the EHRA, their preliminary report, and it just said that those need to be removed.
Okay.
Their whereabouts, not so much.
They will be replaced though. We're here for the tree huggers.
Thank you.